afternoon, everyone. I would like to give a brief provocation about the territoriality of conservation. And I speak very quickly, so please wave at me if I'm going too fast. Two caveats before I begin, though. Firstly, that these are my ideas and they don't reflect any of the organizations or individuals that I'm currently working with. It's important to say that. Also, that I'm asking what I'm hoping to be thought-provoking questions, and I'm not really offering many solutions. And as a pragmatist, I appreciate that this may or may not be of use. So what do I mean when I say territoriality? I'm using this in a zoological sense, where territorial behavior can be described as the methods by which an animal or a group of animals protects its territories from incursions by others of its species. So let's start at the animal level, or in this case, the conservationist. Conservation involves protecting nature, or whatever words you want to use. So all conservationists have a united mission, right? I've come to realize that there are many different reasons why people want to conserve nature, and there are even more ways to go about actually doing it. Interesting work, including that of my husband, has shown that the global conservation movement has a multitude of different values. And I'd argue that the conservation movement now involves more disciplines and approaches than ever before. I personally see this diversity to be a strength. Differences can be interesting and useful if we acknowledge that they exist and find ways to manage them. The simplistic assumption that we're all exactly on the same page isn't particularly helpful. And tackling the big issue from different angles might be a more resilient approach. And so I wonder, how can we more actively listen to each other? How can we foster respect between us, even when we disagree? And what role can humility play in countering territoriality? At the organizational level, territoriality can manifest itself geographically, ideologically, and financially. And so I wonder, what roles do urgency for action and the limitation of resources play in shaping organizational territoriality? Is conservation any more territorial than other socially motivated sectors, like humanitarian aid, for example? As I said at the start, I'm full of questions and short on solutions, but as nature disappears, we must find ways to work through our differences to keep territoriality at bay.